BeamNG Drive. What a great game to make you less aggressive and push the stress away from you after a very hard job. The game that released back in 2013. It shows that it can be a very great game in future, that full of interesting things and details. For example, there's a lot of small details, like if you will always use your brakes on a very high speed, you can hear squizzy sound, and if you still will try to stop the car using the brakes, you will see a smoke that comes out from wheels. But I have a very interesting question to you. When you playing it, do you feel that you are alone in this virtual world? If not, just leave this video. If yes, or interested, please sit very comfortably, get some snacks if you want. We are gonna to begin. The maps in BeamNG Drive are very empty. This is the very first reason that makes us to feel alone in this virtual world. No one has a question like, who built these cities, or buildings, or why the parking places are very empty, and so on. The answer on these questions are unknown, because there's no humans in BeamNG Drive that can also say some words like, our mayor is gonna to make us a death targets because of these cars, and so on. And I know that there's some cars in East Coast USA and in Utah and other places, but they are not a real player's car. They are just a decoration for the very empty world. That makes it a bit interesting. We still don't know why some construction sites are abandoned, or why some islands like Jungle Rock Island looks like it's abandoned somewhere in 80s or 90s. There's no reason that we know. Also in Italy, you can find 4 boat ports, and all these ports having at least 4 boats. One of them in city has a lot of boats, and it looks like there's no security or at least one human that sits or walks around of his boat, checking that it's fine, and he can go to sea. Italy also has port, same to industrial site map, and both of these ports are empty. Why they are empty? Because there's a lot of containers, that most of them are fall to the ground, or very rust. That means no one at least once checks them to later fix them, or someone had taken the port and made a mess there. If you are very interested in your favorite car, for example you interested in Hirachi Sunburst, you maybe will try to find any wiki of it. You will find 2 or more wiki pages about your car that you need, but if you will click at car company that made it, you can't find any information about CEO or first founder of the company. This also means that the cars appeared because of the robots or from something that we don't know. But you can find only one sign that the cars are made by humans before they've been changed by robots or died from some kind of virus. You can find this sign in Italy, in small town on mountain called Castelletto, and in Castle, you can find a statue of owl with a small sign on it that says, the car sled like on ice. This is said by Antonio Civetta, and the last name of this guy, Civetta, is also a car company name that we know because of the car called Civetta Barlight. We still don't know what happened next to Antonio Civetta, and why is there owl statue instead of him. When you taking a photo of your car, you don't care about disappeared humans inside of the car, and it makes a bit logical. But there's another question. Who drives these cars when there's no humans inside? Well, you maybe will say that the cars are controlled by some sort of remote that makes it to drive. I can be agreed with you, because you may be controlling the car by using keyboard or gamepad. But there's another question to this. Where's the computer or motherboard that controls the car? It can't be inside of the dashboard because it's very big. It can't be somewhere in engine bay because the engine is there, and sometimes the trunk can't be very big to put these computers or motherboards. So, because we don't know how cars are driving, we can say that this is some sort of a live car, or even worse, the ghost that kills everyone that he can see, and he don't care what he is doing. When you pressing F key or other button that allows to leave your car, you will think that you appear as a guy that can walk or destroy your car. But what if I say that these guys are not humans? In fact, they are just as simple models or snowman that you can't destroy or bend them, and you can't kill them. They are no one than a human. They are speakless and brainless. They are just like a robots with programmed commands that will activate by pressing the button. Or souls that after a very hard crash can go and find another car and basically take its soul to this car and then start driving it. But in old versions, before 0.22 update, you can't exit the car by pressing the F key. You can only switch cars by pressing tab button. So that means the soul before 0.22 update been very powerful that he can switch to some cars that are very far away from him, and also with this a lot of power he can kill everyone on earth, or even worse, everyone in this virtual universe. AI cars, or bots, are just a simple code that makes car move without players' help. When BeamNG Drive released in 2013 as tech demo version, AI cars can do only two things: chase and damage player's car, or run away from player's car. In future, AI will be more and more smarter and more fun to use. But what if we think that these AI cars are actually a reason of destroying humanity on whole world? So maybe someone made experiment that makes all cars to be controlled by some sort of computers inside of every car in the world and do things that only computer need. But something goes very wrong, so wrong that it's killed almost everyone, and these cars are now the part of the Earth's animals than a part of humans' technology. Cherrier FCV, or mostly known as Vivace or Togric, has a very big touchscreen inside with opened navigator app. In top left corner of the screen, there's a radio station names, and the current radio station that is on is the radio Haricot. Haricot is a French word for bean, but we can't hear it. Maybe this is some sort of mysterious radio station, or some military radio station for some kind of mission. We don't know something more about it. And this is the end of this video. I can't find something more for this video. But I think this is enough to say all of these things. If you think that BeamNG is little bit scary, you should to try find some more scary things that makes it more alone for us. Thanks for watching and have a nice goddamn day.